soldiers' tracks lead to the northeast. We should follow if we want to find them.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! See if we can ward off this fate.
This man will die if we don't do something about it.
What happened? You saved me. Thank you. I'd be dead if it weren't for you.
Your officer sent us. He told us that you were looking for the origin of these attacks.
And we found it. We followed the beast's trail and it led us to a lot. You'll find raised stones there. The ones which are worse. There was a creature there. That's what must have been a trap. It prevailed. I fled. I had to.
And you were right. Don't worry.
We took some notes. It may be of use to you.
Go! A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! can ward off this fate! I need healing! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! We're wounded. Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Armor will no longer protect you! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Yourself quickly.
Potion if you want to cast more spells! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
No magic left. Drink the potion.
This creature looks a lot like the one who is attacking Hikmet, and seems to be afflicted by the same disease. I'm certain that a human is behind this epidemic. These creatures wouldn't attack in such a coordinated manner if someone wasn't leading them.
Yeah! Yeah!
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sardet, what can I do for you? You are back. I hear there are no more attacks. Once again, your help was a blessing. Did our troops survive?
There were some losses, but the outpost is still standing. And it's thanks to them that I was able to follow the creature's trail. The officer sent out a small party hoping that they would be able to solve the problem.
Now that's a resourceful man. Did his initiative bear fruit?
His men died, alas. But following their tracks led me to the creature who was leading the animals. It resembled a Nardaig Menaemon, a mountain guardian. But it seemed like it was sick. Its skin was covered in stains and ulcers, and its behavior was different from the other guardians I've met.
Where could it have come from? And why did it send all these beasts after us?
I don't know, but someone must be behind all this. These attacks are too coordinated and too complex to be the work of some creatures.
You are a man of great ingenuity. I have no doubt that you will solve this mystery. At any rate, I am extremely grateful for the help you have given us.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
I must leave you.
Naturally.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to have a run. Goodbye. May the enlightened always keep you as the
I suppose that you've been informed.
Yes, I was told that the attacks had stopped. So, was it?
No. The Danae Exregao were being attacked by these animals as well. And they were as surprised as I was to see that the beasts were answering the call of a strange-looking guardian. He seemed to be afflicted by the same disease as the one who led the attack.
Either way, the Guardians are creatures of the island. The rebels may not be involved in these attacks, but that doesn't...
The natives knew it and said that it was transformed. It looked sick. No native would make a guard. Someone else must be responsible for these attacks.
Knowing you, you will eventually find out. And in the meantime, please... I now realize that I should never have acted against you.
Thank you, Commander. I will inform him of your apology.
Anything else?
I must go.
Naturally.
Constantine.
My dear cousin, I'm always happy to see you. What news do you...
We managed to solve the problem of the attacks on San Mateus.
Really? So, what was causing them?
The city and its outposts were continuously being attacked by animals. These beasts were led by a large creature that strangely resembled a mountain guardian.
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar turned into, isn't it?
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King did. It was calling the animals around it, and it seemed like it was transferring its disease to them before making them attack. I have never seen anything like it. And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation. Do you remember?
Of course. Don't tell me that a Guardian was involved there as well.
Yes. The governor was convinced that the attacks were led by the islanders. And yet they were being attacked as well. And it was by their side that I fought the creature. That time it was a Nardai Glenderman, a beach guardian. But it seemed just as sick. And it was also manipulating the animals to make them aggressive.
So, it would be some kind of epidemic affecting the Guardians. I don't see what we can do about it. Actually, I think you've already done what had to be done, by eliminating those that were threatening our neighbors.
Perhaps. But I'm certain there's more to it than a simple epidemic. These beasts attack in a coordinated fashion, which requires an intelligence that they don't have.
You're exaggerating, dear cousin. The attacks you thought were coordinated may just have been coincidental.
You may be right. But I can't help thinking that someone is behind all this.
Do you really believe that a Denegad, cousin, you know how much I respect you, but frankly, this doesn't... But I see it's already quite late. If you'll excuse me, dear cousin.
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have a small... Don't be concerned. There's absolutely no... Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really performed miracles. See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my cousin is going?
Sorry, Your Excellency. His Highness didn't tell me anything.
You are one of his bodyguards, aren't you?
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has been difficult to force His Highness to accept our presence.
Recently? You mean this isn't the first time he's left without an escort?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency,
You better tell me everything.
but Fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him, but His Highness's behavior has been very... He sleeps very little, and goes out...
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be...
Well, His Highness had specifically...
And where does he go? I thought the days when he used to go from tavern to tavern were over.
He doesn't go to taverns.
Where could he go outside?
I've no idea. We saw him going north.
Listen, I understand this matter is putting... You were supposed to protect my cousin wherever he went, but he refused, and all... But Constantine is not just my governor. I'm worried about him. He's already been abducted once when leaving the city. So, if you...
I don't really know where he's going, Your Excellency. But I think I know where you could find out. When he doesn't leave the palace, he stays in his office for hours. He writes so much down in there that he could fill entire... I hope you find His Highness.
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
He never was very reasonable.
Locked.
Sorry. It can't be easy to discover that your cousin has descended into madness. But we can't let him kill these people simply because he's afraid they might have seen him.
May the trees on your road always bear fruit.
Thanks. You saved us. These beasts would have torn us to shreds.
These animals were strange, as if they were enraged. Thanks again, Renaigse.
I'm glad I could help you. And perhaps you can do me a favor in return. I'm looking for a young man, a Renaigse, but he looks a bit like an Onol Manawi.
Someone like you?
In some ways. But his marks are different, darker.
He's talking about the crazy Donegad.
Indeed, that might be him. Do you know where to find him?
No, we see him passing by around nightfall, but we don't know where he's going.
He walks along the path, often followed by some beasts.
He has a sinister look in his eyes. He scares me. So we...
And you do well to hide. I think... Do you have any idea how I can...
He could hide in the old house. He would see him passing by.
You're right. If you take this path, you can hide there.
And thank you. You've been a great help. And stay hidden.
Be prudent, Onol Manawi.
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village?
It's a long story.
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man. But he wasn't mine. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, as I had broken my engagement...
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house.
There. Now do you want to know...
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalems.
We can't be seen from the path. Let's wait here to see where Constantine goes.
It's Constantine. With some friends. Bit of poison on my brain. And let's go! Let's see if you can walk off this fight. He must have used this passage. We'd do well to follow him.
Constantine, what are you doing? Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but what are you doing here?
I seem monstrous to you. I am well aware of that. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. The temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much, but I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill him for anything in the world.
Constantine, come come back and explain yourself.
What your cousin did to this Nabag is abhorrent. If Patterson had known, he would have let him die.
He's gone mad. It's the only explanation.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Let's
see if you can ward off this fate!
Close to
this fate! Will no longer protect you!
Close to
Flesh of my earth, help me. You saw him do it, didn't you? You saw him draw from me, steal my children, my guardians, pervert my force.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants, eternity, strength, power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
He wasn't like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness, the brevity of his existence that terrified him to the point it changed who he is. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, he destroys me a little more. And with me, the hope for a cure. And now it's my heart, my most sacred sanctuary that he covets. You must kill him.
That is madness.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Believe me, there is no other solution. Stop him, flesh of my earth, or there will be nothing left to save.
I still can't believe this.
I understand what you feel. I have trouble believing it myself, but Enon Milfrechtenman never lies. We need to stop your cousin by any means possible.
We must learn more if we want to understand his plans and prepare against them. This hiding place he was talking about in his notes. We must find it.
Don't forget, he has a personal guard. He's bound to have warned them against us after what happened.
You're right. We should be careful.
And we're gonna need an army. Alone against all of these creatures, we'll be no match for them.
The natives will follow us. What do you think about the Nords?
I would like to answer you myself, but alas, I cannot. The question will have to be asked to the Admiral.
The idea disgusts me to ask for help from that viper Torsten. But his men would be useful. And we could also speak to the Mother Cardinal. The support of the Enlightened can't be refused. What an absurd project. On the continent, they would brand us crazy. But not here. On an island where everything is possible, and all folly is accepted. Let us go. We need to put an end to all of this.